Hi, my name is Tanya and I'm a sewaholic. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, It's So Tanchi, or welcome if you're new here. I am very sorry for the lack of a video on last Sunday. It was just a very busy week and I didn't have the time to film a video, and honestly I didn't want to squeeze it in somewhere and then the quality of the video or my mood would be bad. So I decided not to post a video, but today I am back with what I made in October. And I made, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 garments, all for myself. And I have, of course, here my trusty little notebook where I have written down everything. Most of the garments you will have seen if you watch my YouTube channel regularly, because I share a lot of these in my Friday sews or Sunday sewing catch-ups. But yes, I think I'll just start. And I will start by telling you about a dress that I made, and I think it is the only dress I made in October, and it is the Stella dress by French Poetry. That's just a shirt dress basically, but what I really liked about this one is that it has a full circle skirt, and then it is buttoned down all the way from the top down to the bottom of the dress. And I am a big fan of the Lyra dress, for example, by Tilly and the Buttons, but I wanted something that would button down all the way to the bottom of the dress, just because I really liked that look basically. And what drew me to this one was also the waist channel here. That is, I just made a tie out of the same fabric, and I think it looks super nice. I omitted the cuffs that would have been here and just inserted some elastic because that's more comfortable on me. And I used this beautiful cotton fabric from Hazel's Sister, and I will link everything down below as always, so that you can buy it yourself if you want. But yeah, the dress came together very nicely. I took out 3 centimeters of the bodice here, just because I wanted the waist tie or the channel to come up at my natural waist and don't have too much of the blousey effect, just a little. And that was exactly the right decision, because now it sits almost perfectly where I wanted to sit on my waist. And the pattern was really nice to sew up. The instructions were very clear. The only thing, and I talked about that in one of my Friday sews videos, I think, is that when I printed the size of the size of the pattern, the size of the dress that I needed on my home printer in A4, and then I stick them together, there were some faults in the pattern lines. For example, the circle skirt was not round at the bottom, but square in some places, and then I had to round it out. And I am pretty sure that must be a mistake somehow made by the pattern company. Maybe they have overseen that, or they haven't seen it, I don't know, but I could fix that and it was no problem in the end. And I'm really happy with that dress. I have worn it a few times already. I just realized that I am more of a fan of cozy dresses as soon as it gets cold. For example, today I am wearing a knitted dress with these nice puffy, poofy sleeves here. And it is a wool cashmere mix by Ralph Lauren. I got this one at an outlet, and I wear these kinds of dresses or sweater dresses, that kind of stuff, much more often than I wear cotton dresses when it gets cool, because in my flat it is super cool and I work from home. I would need to layer, but then it doesn't feel as cozy as, for example, what I'm wearing today. So that was definitely a learning for me. But I guess during the festive period, this is a very nice dress to wear for different festivities. So, and I made the size 2 and I made the view 1, because there is also a view 2 which has godets, I think they're called, in the skirt. So it gets even fuller. And yeah, that was all I wanted to say about this dress. And then the next garment I made is a self-drafted skirt. And it is just this simple maxi tiered skirt in a plain white and black gingham fabric, which I got from my local store. It has a nice elasticated waist, then 1 tier, 2nd tier and 3rd tier. And I was super inspired by a skirt, or many skirts actually, that I have seen on Pinterest this season, where the girls are wearing these gingham skirts with oversized colored sweaters. And that's exactly how I styled my skirt. I will also try to insert pictures of the garments here wherever I have pictures, basically. Yeah, I wore this skirt quite a lot, and I intend to wear it much more during winter and yeah, autumn. I guess it's still autumn, but the temperatures are more going towards winter here. But yeah, I think it's super cool to wear with these fleece lined tights and then just a big chunky sweater on top. And I have loads of these big chunky sweaters, so I hope I will be able to wear this skirt more this season and the coming years, of course. Then next up, I made another Naya t-shirt by Tammy Handmade, and I used a striped fabric from another local store. I think it is some kind of a cotton jersey mix, even though it is super lightweight and flowy, but I don't think it is viscose. I thought it is modal, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but I only needed 70 centimeters of this fabric, which is great. And I made the size 10, I think. Just as always, a bit oversized. And yeah, it is black and green striped. And honestly, it's a bit too cold at the moment to wear t-shirts, even though I could definitely layer my many cardigans on top of it. But for some reason, I just gravitated towards my sweaters, my hoodies, my jumpers, that kind of stuff, just because it is super cozy and I really like to embrace the seasons with the many garments I have in my wardrobe. And autumn, winter are definitely sweater weather for me. So yeah, that was my Naya t-shirt. And then I finally made jeans. And I was finally brave enough to tackle the Ren Jeans project by Mood Fabrics. So it is a free pattern, and which is great, obviously. And I had to do so many adjustments on this pattern. I made the size 0 to 2, and there was a 00 as well. I made the size 0 for my waist, and then I graded out to a size 2 for my hips, because that was just what my measurements told me to do and the pattern told me to do. And in the end, this was much too big, and I mean really much too big. I could have done this 00, and then I'm pretty sure I would have needed to grade down even more. So now I basically I followed the pattern, but I have very new pattern pieces because I had to take out fabric at all the different seams, and I've never made jeans before, so I just tried them on after every single step, and then just like squeezed out fabric where there was excess, also in the front, at my bum, and just did a bit, I just winged it basically. I just did whatever felt right, and I was pretty sure that this will never be a wearable pair of jeans, but in the end they turned out wearable, and that is a very big win. I still love the fabric, which is a stretchy leopard denim, also from one of my local fabric stores, and it is quite thin, but I sewed these jeans on my vintage Singer machine, which was definitely a good decision. My brother machine probably would have struggled a lot, but yeah, it's really hard to explain what I did, because I literally took out fabric from all the seams, basically side seams, back seam, crotch area. Then I made the thighs a lot thinner, but that was just the look I was going for. I wanted the thighs to be skin tight and then the flare to really stand out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I can tell you. There are very nice deep pockets here in the front. There are patch pockets in the back. I used a very nice button here, and then obviously the zip fly here in the front. And they're super comfy. They're not the perfect pair of denim, which is super okay because it's just my first pair of jeans, but they're definitely wearable, and I think they're quite cool. If I find a very nice denim in the future, I will probably try to make them again, but I won't go into the jeans making very soon. So no, it's just not something I'm super into. I have a few pairs of denim which I do really like, and honestly it's enough for me, but I wanted to have a leopard pair of jeans because I couldn't find them in the shops basically. But yeah, and I also really enjoy top stitching, and for that denim projects or jeans are probably one of the best things you can do. My second to last piece is a Stella hoodie by Tilly and the Buttons, and it's a bit hard to show, but that's what it looks like. The fabric is a very nice fleecy on the inside fabric, sweater knit fabric from Beyond the Pink Door, and I got the kind of matching ribbing. I mean, it's not the same, but it's similar. And I sized up 2 sizes, so I made the size 4 instead of the size 2 I would normally be, or I think I would even fit in a size 1, to get a bit of a more oversized fit. And honestly, I could have gone up more. Then I also took off about 15 centimeters, I would say, from the bottom of the sweatshirt and added on the hemband, because the pattern would just, the sweater would just be hemmed with a zigzag stitch or something at the bottom, but I wanted to have the hemband. I self-lined the hood. I added some grommets here, and then I also added the kangaroo patch pocket, and I lined it with a bit of charcoal modal jersey I had left over. And it's a very cozy sweater. I don't know, it's not my very favorite. I love hoodies, but somehow the store-bought hoodies are much more substantial and cozy, and I don't know. I mean, it probably has to do with my fabric choice, obviously, but I like the fabric, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I don't know. I like my my store-bought hoodies just a little bit more, but it's okay. And I am not sure if I did the ribbing correctly, because I've never worked with that kind of ribbing that is the poppy ribbing that is just on a cardboard. And I thought that I don't have to fold it over, so I use just one side, and I didn't do like the folding thing, which I would do when I would use the same fabric as a hemband, and now it looks kind of wibbly wobbly. Is that how it should be? I'm not sure. That's probably also one of the reasons I'm not the biggest fan, but this needs to be washed, and then I will see if I get more wear out of it. And maybe it's also the Stella hoodie pattern. I always feel like the neck opening is too wide for me. I like my hoods to be really around my neck here, and then to have this very cozy feeling, and that's just not it with the Stella hoodie. So maybe I should just try another hoodie pattern and then use a bit of a more substantial fabric, maybe something like alpine fleece or so, so it's really a thick hoodie. But now I have quite a lot of hoodies, so it's probably not the most reasonable of my ideas, but maybe for next winter. Who knows? But yeah, that was my Stella hoodie. And then my very last make of the month of October is another self-crafted skirt. And it is made from I think it has to be some kind of viscose polymix. I got this from my aunt when she did a little de-stash some years ago, and I really like the green color, obviously, it's my favorite. And then it has this very small scale floral print on it, and I'm not a big fan of small scale prints, and I was not sure what to do with this fabric, even though it is super lovely. And then I decided, I have seen quite a lot of pictures on Pinterest where the women are wearing floral flowy skirts and then big jumpers on top and big boots, and yeah, for autumn winter. And I decided this could be the fabric for trying out this style. And honestly, I think it is super nice, don't get me wrong. This time I did just one big tier and then a smaller ruffle on the bottom, and also elasticated waist again. But I wore it once with one of my knitted jumpers. I have to show you my knitted jumper as well. I finished it this month, so I will get it after this skirt. But yeah, and it just doesn't feel like me. I think the small ditzy florals are just not my style. I will try to wear it more often this season, but I can't promise anything. And if I don't wear it, it's okay. I didn't have to buy the fabric or anything. And I think it is a really lovely, high quality skirt that someone will have a lot of joy with. So I will probably give it away then. So mostly all of my makes were successful, and then there are two that I'm not very sure about it. But as I just remembered, I finished my over a year-long knitting project this month, and I will quickly grab it so I can show you it. Et voila! This is my knitted jumper. and I think it is really, really nice, to be honest. What put me off knitting a bit was that the yarn is 100% cotton, and it is soft, but it is not woolly soft. And also the strands of the yarn separated quite a bit, so it was not the nicest to knit up. But when I was in Dublin, I found a super nice alpaca blend wool or yarn that I wanted to buy for another knitting project. So I had to finish the last one, and that was all the motivation I needed to finish this jumper, to be honest. And I'm super glad I did. I think it is a very nice like pattern. It was not too difficult, to be honest. I am not the biggest knitter, but I have a few projects under my belt, and it was very okay to knit up. This is a kit I bought from We're Knitters. It is the I don't know, sweater. I will link it down below. I can never remember the name. And the instructions were very nice, and I just like the We're Knitters kits. They're very like well made, and also I like the instructions, as I said. And yeah, it looks the same in the back. And then the sleeves also have this I don't know, this V pattern. There would have been V's on either side of the middle V, but I omitted those because I thought it would be a bit too holy for wearing when it gets cooler. And it is surprisingly warm because it's just cotton. It is surprisingly warm, but it has a lot of holes, and it is probably not meant for the middle of winter. But yeah, I think it's super pretty. My mom loves it, so when I don't wear it, I am pretty sure that she will be happy to wear it. But yeah, I will try to get lots more wear out of this knitted jumper. Honestly, I realized again, I have so many clothes. I just have a wardrobe full of jumpers, dresses. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, but I love fashion and I love sewing, and yeah, I probably have to sort out a bit and just give away the pieces that I rarely wear, and then I have a bit more of an overview of what I do really wear. But yeah, that was everything from my October makes. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite garment was, and also what you made. I am very curious. And please don't forget to hit the like button on this video. The algorithm is not really nice to me at the moment. I think I told you before. So it's all a bit stagnant at the moment, and that's fine because we have a lovely community over here already. But anyways, I would be super happy if you are not subscribed, that you would consider subscribing, because it really helps me reach more people, and that is super nice. Thank you for watching, guys, and take care. Bye!